We are here.
We are here, and we are ready to go, almost, and we'll be back right after this.
Putting the client first. That was my main priority some 20 years ago when I started the Resource Center, and it remains my priority today. That's why I wrote Finding the Courage to Retire, to help guide you confidently along a journey that should be the most rewarding of your life, from creating sustainable income and preservation strategies to understanding Social Security, Medicare, and much more. This book is the retirement roadmap you need. To get your free copy, just call or email our office today.
I get distracted by the Dilbert calendars that come out every morning.
No doubt.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that, but Scott Adams is back at it, and he's doing Dilbert Reborn.
I don't even know who Sky Adams is.
Scott Adams? You remember the Dilbert? Scott. You remember the Dilbert comics?
Oh, the comic strip?
Comic
oh,
strips?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a writer of that.
I thought it was a local dude.
No. It's Scott Adams of Dilbert, and interestingly enough, he's got his head on straight, and so his Dilbert comic strips now are quite amusing, on point. I'll forward you some so you can see them.
Because for years he was way off in left field.
Was he? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But right now he's doing pretty good.
Cool.
But you can. I subscribe to him, and so I get a Dilbert Classic every day. I get a Dilbert Reborn comic strip every day, and a Dilbert calendar every day. So he captures my attention.
You need a personal assistant just to keep up with all your stuff.
Hey, well, I drink energy tea and I sleep 3 hours a night, so we get it all done. No problem there. But
stick to black coffee, and
that works too.
Yeah,
that works too. I've been trying this though, because I got a little tea brewer, so this works pretty good. But
so how's your week been so far?
Week's been good.
Yeah,
it's been good.
We finished up our last 2 workshops for the year.
Yep.
So
are we not doing any in December?
I don't think we are.
Okay.
I think we're going to do 3 in January.
Okay.
We are trying to play catch up, and so if you always dreamed of but never took the time to call and schedule an appointment to do a discussion about your estate plan, that would be the time.
It would be a good time.
We are booked all the way through mid-December, but we can, there's always a cancellation or something.
Yeah, just
so
got
we
one
can
right
work
now.
somebody in. But we're going to use the holidays and kind of, Thanksgiving's next Thursday.
It is, which is a wonderful time to begin that conversation with
We're
your
taking
your
bets
family.
right now to see if it's going to be above 70 or below 70 degrees.
I don't know.
For Thanksgiving.
I can't pick today.
I don't know.
Too soon.
It's weird weather. So, but yeah, if you want to try to get in and have a discussion about that with your family, coming in town, that'd be great.
Yep.
Give us a call, and we'll be glad to sit down and have that discussion.
Yeah, sure.
So
would.
it's been a heck of a year. I'm cramming the numbers. I would be interested to see how many cases we've handled this year. I'm kind of a numbers guy. I'd like to see how many people we've had in the workshop, how many that have actually set for an appointment with you, and then how many have actually followed through with the plan. I think it's always important in any line of business that you always know where you're at. You got to keep score, right? Now, I tell people that a lot when I'm doing planning with them in their household. You got to keep score. If you don't know the score of the game, you don't know if you're winning or losing.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
And if you just think you're doing good, maybe you are, maybe you're not. So, it goes along with budgeting and all that. But you keep score. At the end of the year, I run numbers on everything so I can tell exactly where I'm at, rather than having people saying, oh, you guys are killing it. Oh, you're doing great. You're doing good.
It just sounds good.
Yeah, it all sounds good, makes you feel good, and it makes you feel for a moment like you are doing something right. But when you get down to the nitty gritty, maybe you are, maybe you're not.
Yeah, you never know. You may be in the end of the lineup, and the top of the lineup's coming up against you with the power hitters.
That's
there
right.
may be something coming on the horizon that you need to be preparing for.
Yeah.
You may be doing good, but maybe the easy time.
This time of year we're having discussions about taxes. Everybody's wanting to discuss taxes and required distributions and property taxes and griping about that and all the end of year expenses. And, it's that time of year where everything kind of comes together like that. And a lot of people use the required distributions to pay those on an annual basis. That's not a bad plan, because what that does, that gets you a discount, usually, for paying once a year. And property taxes never go away.
They do not.
We don't really own anything.
That's
We
correct.
lease everything.
Just proof that you don't own your hand.
Through
it's funny.
the government.
Yeah, the government thinks that they own it.
Yeah.
I guess maybe they do. But I don't know. We could end property tax. There would be, there's no reason why we shouldn't do everything as a consumption tax.
Yep.
100%. Every tax is a consumption tax.
That's the way it should be, and I think we should
Sure
keep bringing it up. I mean, Missouri fair tax needs to be implemented.
It does, yeah. Missouri, national way to do it. Everybody pays their fair share that way. No loopholes, no congressmen picking winners and losers based on who makes campaign contributions. Yep. Everybody pays the same, and the poor pay nothing.
Yep. I think that would be a good thing. I do want to put a plug in for a 501c3 that we both think very highly of and support. And this time of year, they need volunteers. So if you want to spend a little time during this season helping others through a third party, which is a very good charity, is Help Give Hope.
Help Give Hope. Our good friend Wade Palmer runs that organization. And that's a really fun event. I think we've both done that through the years. You can help. All you have to do, take a few hours on a Saturday morning. You'll have to contact them, and you just go wrap Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And they feed you.
Yeah.
They feed you some really good pizza while you're there. And you just listen to Christmas music, wrap presents, help them get all that done.
My wife goes, they're shopping right now for the season coming up, and she's helping volunteer with that. And then they always need help. Yep. So if you want to take a few hours and help, we will. Here's what I'll tell you. Next week, I will have their contact information and their phone number and how you can help. We'll ask Wade.
And we'll put it on we'll look it up and we'll drop it in the comments as well on
we'll
on
drop
these videos.
Let's do that.
You can do that because it's really cool.
And I know Wade would appreciate it. It's a wonderful organization.
And it's a massive operation too.
Massive operation.
You walk into that warehouse, it's like, holy cow.
Hundreds of families in the Ozarks benefit from them
and
every year.
And the other thing I think it's important to some people, they're vetted. Every family that is being gifted something for Christmas, Wade or one of his team has personally met with and interviewed them, and they are in fact a family in need. And we'd have to ask Wade to verify this. I think it's kind of a one and done thing. I think they only will help a family the one time. And that may not be true. Or there may be exceptions to that rule.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that structure is, but they're a wonderful organization. Highly recommend you look them up. Help Give Hope, and we'll get their information in this section. And
absolutely. But in the meantime, if you've got any questions about your finances, estate planning, be sure to look up the Resource Center. Give Bruce a call, 882-1800, 417-882-1800. You don't have to do that now. You didn't used to have to do that. But now we got to say 417-882-1800.
And you know what? Send us some questions. We need some topics going into next year, or we can just keep talking about us.
Yeah, Bruce,
I'd rather talk about what you want to hear.
Bruce at resourcecenterinc.com, right? That's your email address?
Nope.
B. Porter.
B. Porter.
B. Porter at Resource Center.
Bruce
that's
at?
why that's why my emails to you keep bouncing, because I send them the wrong email address.
Oh yeah, it's B. Porter.
B. Porter at resourcecenterinc.com. Send us your question. We'll be happy to answer them on the air, and we'll see you next week on Dollars and Cents.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid